And now we go to another death at Disney.
Wow.
Another death at Disney. The happiest place on earth.
Yeah. Boy, that place is becoming, chalking up quite the body count. It's like the Nam.
It's like the Ted offense. I was just
Yeah. What's Fallujah.
What's the website, E-Rock? Deathatdisney.com or something like that? You know, because Disney, they like to hide the fact that people die at their park, so they kind of hose it down. We've done this bit a million times. They hose it down, and then they reopen the ride and hope no one noticed the body bag being brought out of the park.
They put the little wooden Mickey up that's waving and says, sorry, this ride closed for maintenance or something.
Yeah.
But they're going to get to the point where they're going to have to make like I don't know, see Goofy dressed as an Undertaker, all wacky, the wooden sign as they carry out a small little casket.
And what they mean by closed for maintenance, they're in there scrubbing blood off the seat so they can grab your money.
There's a hearse with mouse ears on it.
Yeah.
Taking away.
Right. But what is the website for the people that have never checked it out? Because they just list all the crazy crap that has happened at Disney. A lot of people have died over the years. Here's the latest one.
A death at Disney. A man was unconscious after riding the Mount Everest roller coaster at Animal Kingdom and was later pronounced dead. Eric Von Anken is...
Oh, what sucks about this? Now they got to slow the ride down for everybody else. He probably had one of those heart attacks. Because he wasn't in proper health, and now we all have to suffer.
Yep. The G-forces got him.
Now it's going to be a slower ride for everyone else.
And was later pronounced dead. Eric Von Anken is live at Disney World with some more on this breaking news. What happened, Eric?
And, Bubs, this is the Expedition Everest ride at Animal Kingdom. Remember, it's a newer ride at Disney, a roller coaster. The sheriff's office telling us that the cameras that they put in place on the ride to capture your picture. Well, 50 seconds before the ride ended, the camera captured this man conscious. He was unconscious when the ride pulled into the unloading area. He was tended to by paramedics immediately and pronounced dead at Celebration Hospital. Disney right now, we're told, is assisting the family in any way they can.
They call their hospital...
Celebration Hospital.
How can you call a hospital Celebration Hospital?
It's wonderful.
How about just a very... just plain name. Just call it hospital.
The hospital.
The hospital. Celebration Hospital. What are you celebrating when you go to the hospital?
How funny is that?
Celebration Hospital.
What deluded...
You know the visual I got? You're on that ride and you're a little freaked out because you're not into roller coasters, right? So you're freaked out and you're turning to the guy next to you for a little comfort. You know, when you look toward other humans for comfort when you're in a weird situation and there's dead guy with his eyes open and his mouth agape.
That would be creepy.
Oh, my
Roller coaster
God.
dead guy.
Roller coaster dead guy.
Celebration Hospital, they brought him to. That's good.
Make your own jokes. That's an easy one.
It's so awkward when they have to, like, do the confetti and put on the party hats when they know the guy's dead, but they have to because it's part of the ritual.
Right.
So, like, they play that awful Cool in the Gang song with as your family's trying to cry with dignity.
There you go.
Oh.
Poor guy.
Yeah, but obviously he had a bad heart to begin with. I mean, you know.
Yeah.
One guy dies. You know, if 18 people died on the ride, they should probably slow it down. But, you know, if one guy drops dead, that's what you...
Well, they had a problem with that Mission Space ride, too. That one is like a centrifuge you're in. So you could feel like G-forces. And you get that illusion of the video that you're watching, and then the forces playing on your body, and it really feels like you're accelerating really
spinning
quickly.
In a circle or no?
Yeah, you're spinning, but your back is to the centrifuge. So you're kind of pointing, you're facing the middle of this pivot, and then you're spinning on that, so you feel pressure pushing you back in the seat.
Yeah, they should maybe let some scientists look at some of these rides before they open it up to the public, because I'm thinking back in the day, they're like, what could possibly happen?
The Dumbo ride, how fast is that going?
And then they look into in that centrifuge ride, your organs are pretty much being pushed to the back of your body cavity. I don't think that could possibly be a good thing for you.
He went from Celebration Hospital, they took him to Mission Morgue, which is a nice little ride there, too. They slide you in.
Wait. So
it's like the Alpine slide. It's all cold, and then you end up in a freezer.
Hey, Celebration is the name of the town, by the way. That's fine. That Disney made up, but you shouldn't call it Celebration Hospital. It should just be hospital.
Do people die on that mission ride?
Oh, yeah. They've had a couple of people die. Kids, too. A little kid died on that one.
By falling in the middle of it, or?
No, just some kind of physical thing. They had to slow that down, too, because it was a little too much G-force on people during takeoff.
You feel like you're taking off?
Yeah, you feel like you're being pushed back in your seat. Like you're smashed back in your seat.
Are you sitting or standing?
You're sitting.
Well, some of those rides you're standing.
Yeah, some of them,
The old school, you would stand there and just be, pushed up against the wall, and there's a pit in the middle that you're scared that you're going to fall into. But the gravity
people threw up a lot.
Yeah,
they had to delay the ride because somebody threw up before we went on it.
Oh God! And that'll come right back in your face.
Yeah. Hey, by the way, you can go to findadeath.com, and there's a selection on Disney deaths, and that link will be up on onaradio.com later today. What was that other thing? We'll promote that going into break. Eric in Jersey, what's up?
Hey, just want to let you guys know, if you notice, they said that the guy was pronounced dead at the hospital.
Yeah.
So that's why Disney keeps claiming that no guys in the park, because they dragged them out before they're pronounced dead.
Oh, no, we've done our research on Disney. They don't want anyone officially dying on their property, so they will not pronounce you dead until you're off the property. Unless that has changed. We read that back in the day.
Yeah, I would think they don't want.
They don't want people
officially
dying at the happiest place on earth. So they wait till you're like in the parking lot or something, and then they call it. Thank you, sir. Let's go to Peter in Glen Cove.
Please keep the corpse away from the closing doors.
It's a funeral after all. It's a funeral after all.
That's gotta suck, man. Save up all your change from many, many years to go down to Disney and one of your family members dies. Do you continue? I mean, you got the hotel. Do you stay there?
Yeah, what do you do? You hang out, finish your vacation.
And convince yourself he would have wanted us to.
Yeah, right. That famous thing.
Wanted it this way.
That's the thing that makes us all, go on with our lives. Oh, he would have wanted it that way.
It would be cool.
No, he would want to be alive.
Someone was suggesting that they bury all the dead people in that little yard in the haunted mansion where the tombstones are.
By real people.
Bury them there.
Buried there, sure.
Is a haunted mansion scary at Disney?
No.
It's not?
If you're a kid. The scariest part is at the beginning when they shut the lights out and the room stretches, and then they shut the lights out and you look up and there's somebody hanging by the neck up there, and it looks really creepy. And that's where all the kids scream, and I laugh because screaming, crying kids just crack me up.
It's wonderful.
Yeah.
All right, let's go to Chris in Buffalo.
Can I interrupt one second?
Yeah, go ahead.
Stan said something about that?
You cried, really? I thought he was just making a joke.
Than.
No,
Sweet
I did.
Than.
I cried as a youngster on the old haunted mansion.
What part got you?
Were you scared, or did Mother try to hug you?
Mother.
Yeah, how is Mother?
I'm in a mess, too. I don't know. It's her birthday today, actually.
Did you send a card?
Why would I do that? What's the gain in it for me?
He sent her a ticket to Disney to go on that ride.
We have to do a show dedicated to all our mother problems.
Yeah.
Mother.
Because I don't think you're the only one that has issues with mother. So what part of the haunted house got you?
It wasn't even any of the... It was just when the chair turned around and started going backwards down a ramp.
Oh, that one got you?
Yeah, I started bawling.
Aw.
You just assumed there had to be some kind of malfunction at that given moment, right?
Yeah.
That had nothing to do with the situation you were in.
I know the part you're talking about. It's the one where you get, and it brings you to the outside portion.
Yes.
Where the guy's with the dog and in the shovel, and he's digging a grave. But you just didn't like the feeling of...
Maybe as a flashback to Mother trying to take me out with a minivan in my youth. I don't know. I took a swing.
You out with...
backing down a boat ramp.
Oh, I got it.
You bring back a little memory for me there, Than. I cried at Howe Caverns. Howe Caverns is in upstate New York, and you take an elevator down 200-300 feet, and then there's all these tight little tunnels, and there's those things that hang from the ceiling, and those things that come up from the ground, and there's
Stalactites, stalagmites.
yeah, and there's those mineral things, lots of minerals around, and at the end of this thing, you're squeezing through really tiny crevices and stuff, and you're already aware that you're 200-300 feet underground, and there's only an elevator back up, possibly maybe a staircase if the elevator fails, and you get in a little canoe, and they take you for a little canoe ride down this little underwater river, and then it stops because there's like a wooden fence, and they turn off the lights, and then basically tell you that on the other side of this is just like emptiness and just drops down for like ever to the center of the earth. And they let you sit there in the dark and think about that.
Think about it.
Which would be
Think
fine
about
if you were like over 13, 14 years old. But when you're a kid, that horrified the hell out of me.
Freaked you out. It's like a bottomless pit.
Oh, yeah. I was like, just turn the effing lights back on, all right, and stop messing with us.
Could
It's
you
a
see
stupid
anything?
canoe ride. No, well, when you get closer to the wooden fence, you just see this darkness on the other side because it's lit up nice before that. But this is as far as the canoe goes because I guess it's like an underground waterfall. I don't remember. It's been a while since I've been there. And then they just stop you in the canoe, and for dramatic effect, they turn the lights off. And you're 300 feet underground, and now it's pitch dark, and you're aware that on the other side of this is not a good thing.
Oof.
A wooden fence doesn't sound very sturdy. Could they have metaled it up a little?
Yeah. It's just like just a wooden fence.
And it's probably ancient.
With a couple, it was probably built 100 years ago or something. But that made me cry, Fancy. I'm with you.
All right, good.
I was 18.
I cried when my grandmother took me to Coney Island on the Cyclone. Mm-hmm. And she was, God bless my grandmother, she was probably 65, and she and I went on that roller coaster together. And I wept like a washwoman.
Really?
I wept, and there was a black guy and his son in front of us. And
No.
Yes. In front of
At
us.
Coney Island?
In front of us.
Wow.
In the seat in front of us, and he was calming me down, which was, it's going to be all right, it's going to be all right. I was blubbering.
That bad?
I was not always this picture of masculinity. You see with his legs crossed next to you. Feminine glasses.
Feminine fashion.
Let's say hi to Tom in Florida. We got to take a break, but Tom, what do you got?
Hey, guys, I wanted to tell little Jimmy happy birthday.
Thank you very much.
No problem. I'm an EMT, and what the stories we heard was, like, if you continued CPR, they were technically still alive. So what happens is they'll do CPR in the theme park, so they're still alive, and then they'll pronounce you dead at the hospital. So you're technically still alive
Right.
the entire time.
Ugh.
So.
In Pirates of the Caribbean, it's CPR.
Hey, Warren from Connecticut, he's with me. I was like 4 or 5 at How Karen's, and I screamed my head off. Yeah, it's a creepy thing if you're a kid. It's not that much fun.
That sounds scary.
Let's go to Kyle in Jersey. Kyle.
Hey, what's up, guys?
Hey.
I was wondering, do they let you use Disney dollars for a funeral?
By the way,
Paid for in Disney dollars.
Yeah.
I read something, and I'm hoping, Eric, what does that say, please, at the very bottom of that paper?
And this is the radio tease, by the way, because we got to take a break. So this is what E-Rock wrote. Go ahead.
You did write that.
I cried at a Sha Na Na concert.
Hand in your resume today. Hand in your...
Hand in your resume, yes.
Jesus.
So we can forward it to the next company.
Yeah, exactly. Wow, really? All right, you'll tell the story next. It's Opie and Anthony. We got a guy that used to work at Disney. It's JR in California. JR, what's up?
Hey, this is JR over here in San Diego.
Hey, JR.
I used to work at Disneyland in Anaheim, California.
Okay.
And there was a girl that was on the ride, and she was wearing sandals. And, you know, them guys that walk around with a big stick and have balloons tied to it and strings and all kinds of stuff for their balloons.
Yeah.
Well, there's a metal plate on top of that stick. It was a long stick. And when the ride started going in circles, there was a swing with the chains attached to it. When it started going in circles, the guy was close to the fence, the guardrail, I guess, whatever you want to call it. And for some reason, he leaned back. Well, he let the stick fall back, and that's when the ride was spinning around. And it chopped off her toe, and I was right there. She was wearing sandals.
You
there was blood all over the place.
You saw a toe come off?
Yeah, I was right there. Right, I saw it happen, and then I saw right away they stopped the ride, and I saw all the blood pouring out, and I could see the toe.
Yeah, but that's an easy one. You could just sweep it into a bush or something.
Yeah,
no one will know.
Nah, but you know what they did with it?
Let the rats nibble on it.
One of those guys come by with the broom and the shovel really quickly, like they are whenever any garbage is in Disney, and just sweep up the toe.
Yeah.
No, you know what? The worst part?
And then business as usual.
Yeah.
You know what they did with the toe, though?
What?
They called it a tow truck.
You did not do the tow truck
I didn't hear
bit.
what you said.
You did not just do the tow truck bit.
Did he think that was going to just be a hit?
Are you effing... Call back so we can make fun of you. You don't do the tow truck joke and then just hang up.
Hang up.
We fell for it, though.
We certainly did. Like
Call a morning zoo with that crap. The tow truck joke.
Wow, hot tow truck.
Jesse
Shut up.
From Long Island, what's up?
Hey, I don't know if you guys went on the encounter ride. I don't know if it took it down, but I went on when I was like 8.
Yeah, it's very scary.
I thought I was going to have a heart attack. That was the scariest moment of my life when I was...
What was the problem with the alien encounter ride that made it so scary?
Well, the alien, like, it's in this tube, and then it makes you, like, panic, the glass breaks, the thing starts...
She's describing it like if it's a 911 call and she's all confused. There's a tube and the alien. You sit in this theater setting pretty much in the round, and you sit in these special seats, and these things come over your shoulders to kind of hold you down. The ride doesn't move at all, really. The seats kind of bump up and down. But then in the middle, it's supposed to be some kind of transporter thing. And they're supposed to transport this nice, cuddly thing into the middle. But the signal gets mixed up, and they get this huge alien. And he busts out, and the lights go completely dark. And this thing that came down over your shoulders actually has things in it, like it blows air into your ear, and it has speakers. So you'll hear like... and feel hot air going down your neck like this thing is right behind you. And you kind of get the illusion and this weird feeling like this big monster's behind you ready to grab you. And somebody in front of you gets killed, and there's this spray of water that feels like blood goes all over your face, and it's pitch black. So the kids that are in there, again, get horrified. They're crying and... Again, hysterical, funny. You just got to laugh at crying children.
Why can't you understand as a kid that it's just an illusion?
It's an illusion.
All of a sudden, there's real aliens that in a ride that is all about aliens?
Yeah. I think the creepiest part is the guy that was hosting it on the TV screen was that pedophile from Ferris Bueller's Day Off, the principal.
Oh, Jeffrey Jones.
Ugh, yeah.
Old file trade partners with Pee-wee.
Yes.
Old bug eyes. He's a naughty boy, that Jeffrey Jones.
Certainly is naughty.
Naughty boy with very exotic taste.
Yeah. All right, Jesse, thank you.
I wonder, you want this gig at Disney? Yes! Yes, I do.
Where do I apply?
The 3 applicants ahead of him wound up mysteriously dead.
Yeah.
2 other guys.
Oh, I guess we got to hire you. There should be a website dedicated to rides that we used to do when we were younger that are now, like, not happening because they realize how ridiculously dangerous they are. I bet you has to be a website like that somewhere. But before you find that, E-Rock, why don't you tell us why you cried at Sha Na Na?
Yeah, what the hell is that?
I was about 3 years old.
What were you, the promoter?
And my dad liked them. So we went to their concert. I was 3 years old, and I guess we had aisle seats. And this guy, Bowser, came over and started singing to me. I started screaming and panicking.
Stupid Bowser with his big mouth. Did he open his big mouth and make his muscles in front of you?
Yeah.
And that scared you?
Leaning in with the mic while he was singing, and all you hear is me screaming in panic.
And that led you to overeating.
No, that was later.
He just saw how far a mouth could open, and he's like, I could put food in there.
Right. If I open my mouth as wide as he does, man, what I could get in there.
That must have been something for Bowser, though. Like, wow, my career's going great. I'm singing, and this little kid's crying at me.
And he had the worst muscles. He didn't have muscles.
No.
Yeah. Why are you showing off muscles if you don't have muscles to show off?
Yeah, what a dumb... Was that like a goof of a guy, or was he really thinking he was good?
I think so. There.
Sha Na Na. What's more importantly?
All right.
The oddest thing, Sha Na Na at Woodstock. They were at the original Woodstock.
Were they?
Yeah.
How long have they been around?
Really out of place.
Oh, that's mid-'60s, somewhere around there, yeah.
What'd they do, just all 50s covers?
I don't know.
I don't know if they did originals, but they were completely late to the party as far as the 50s music went.
But they were one of the biggest bands from that era.
I think it was a goof.
It was a goof band, I think. I don't know.
They have a show.
We don't really need to talk about dumb
I'm obsessed with Sha Na Na. I liked Bowser. When I
Find
was
some
a boy.
Sha Na Na facts for us, E-Rock.
That's right.
Bowser stinks.
Hey, where's someone else that cried to Sha Na Na? It's Nicole in Jersey. Nicole, what's up?
Oh my God, when I was growing up and the show was on TV or whatever, Bowser used to make me cry.
Bowser would made you cry. Why, hon?
I don't know. I would cry. I would wake up in the middle of the night with nightmares. I cried all the time. It was awful. I hated that show.
No one liked Bowser opening his mouth like that.
No one
It was
likes
scary.
Bowser.
No one. Who would like Bowser?
I thought he was cool when I was a kid.
No, you didn't.
I did. I swear. I was young. I wanted to be Bowser. I thought he was hot stuff.
You're an ass.
Of course I was an ass.
He's on my list of why is this guy famous?
Yeah.
Like, because you can't really figure it out.
And he's still famous.
Most people would not be able to give you an answer why he's famous. Another one on that list is Tom Arnold. Why is he famous?
Roseanne.
And why is he still famous?
He's a talent.
Oh, wow.
Show me some video, Bowser Hawk.
Let's go to Max in Dallas. Max, what's up?
Yeah, what's going on, boys?
Max.
You think E-Rock seeing Bowser what led him to start wearing all the kids' T-shirts?
Oh, you think he got that fashion statement from Bowser? E-Rock's been known to wear a tight-fitting shirt.
Yeah, you usually did.
Do the Bowser pose there, E-Rock.
Max, you're usually pretty good for our show, but today you
Ouch.
You just had a bomb.
You crap the bed. It happens.
Yeah.
Max. Don't feel bad about it. You call back tomorrow.
Get back on that horse.
We love Max.
Yeah,
we'll get beneath that horse.
Get back
like
under
Mr. Hands.
Let's go to Chris in Jersey. Chris.
Hooves up.
Hooves up.
I love when you said that before.
Yeah.
Hooves up.
Hey, I just got to communicate from Than. Going back to the crying thing.
Yes.
I cried at Howe Caverns. Than cried at Haunted Mansion.
Haunted Mansion. I cried on the Cyclone.
Cyclone.
I cried at everything.
Anthony cried from ages 2 to 17.
Right?
Just in tears.
Just pick one. And
like Timothy Hutton in Ordinary People.
It was just a
and
cry.
E-Rock beats everyone once again because he cried at a Sha Na Na concert.
Yes.
Yeah.
Until now, because now we're finding out that Danny cried at a Metallica show 2 years ago.
Why?
That would
2 years ago.
How old was he 2 years ago?
Why?
He was 25.
What happened? What scared him?
They said you had too much, son.
Yeah.
Did you really,
Last call.
You really cried at a Metallica show?
It wasn't like bawling or anything, but I got a little misty.
Why?
Because they played, for their encore, they just played like a 3-song set that they never ever play live. They never have played.
I'm absolutely
live.
crying over
Yeah,
it.
it was kind of like that a little bit.
Yeah.
It wasn't crazy. It's not like I was breathing all heavy and snotting, but...
What 3
Bubbles,
songs?
blowing snot bubbles
Yeah, it
out
wasn't
your
like
nose.
Were they obscure B-sides?
No, like Metal Militia, Dyer's Eve. They just don't. They usually don't play that stuff live.
You cried at Metal Militia, you psychopath. I can't, Danny. I could see almost if it was Unforgiven, or if it was Nothing Else Matters, which is kind of an emotional song from Hetfield.
I can have some tears.
Yes, you can. All of you can. Yeah, but at the end of the night, I went 2 days in a row to
Hold
that.
on, I'm getting choked up here.
I was. Seeing this live?
How
Never
drunk
played
were
this
you?
live. No, I don't drink at concerts.
Why?
I don't feel like dealing
That's the
with,
place you
with,
should be
with
drinking.
lines
That's
in the bathroom.
It's
and
the only time he doesn't.
missing my favorite songs because I have to urinate. It's just not a good time.
That is so weird. Crying. I don't even know what to say to that. Crying at a Metallica show.
It wasn't, like I said, it wasn't like a big, a big production where I had to like wipe my face off with my shirt or anything. It was just, I got a little watery. I think a couple of tears might have rolled down the old.
All right, I'll share a little bit. When I was working in Rochester, I went to Darien Lake to see Leonard Skinner, the reformed Leonard Skinner. And they've been back doing their thing for many years. But, they lost a lead singer along the way in a fine, fiery plane crash. And then they decided to get back together. I don't know how many years. Maybe we can look it up. And, they use the younger Van Zandt brother. And they sound just like freaking Leonard Skinner. Yeah, unbelievable. They're in rare form, like they never went away because he sounds a lot like his brother, right? And then it came time for Freebird. And the guy comes out, and you just knew there was something about to happen. And basically, he takes a hat that his brother used to wear, puts it on the mic stand, and then next thing you know, there's one spotlight on the mic stand, and the band plays that just without vocals.
Was the rim burnt off?
You should have tipped the mic stand on its side.
Yeah. And there wasn't a dry eye in the house as they played the instrumental version of Stairway to Heaven, Freebird, and the whole crowd at Darien Lake was singing along to this.
Was it 11 minutes without anybody singing?
Oh, yeah.
The song just ended 5 minutes ago.
It was an amazing, it was one of those amazing concert moments, though. They nailed it, and I think to this day that's how they handle Freebird in concert, if I'm not mistaken, unless in recent years they've decided, all right, enough of this.
Yeah, the hat, it's not even his. We bought it somewhere.
Right. Enough of this crap trying to get tears from our audience. Let's just play the damn song. They want to hear
it.
Sweetie?
Teary at a concert.
Oh, no. Gwen Stefani?
No, but mine's completely justified because I was not alone. I think every single person in there was a little teary.
Can we guess what year? What year? Can you tell us the year?
It was exactly. 2001.
All right, wait a minute. 2001.
Mm-hmm.
What's the first letter of the band?
U.
The Uptown Boys.
Yeah, that was a tough one, man. Yeah.
Thank you for
U2 was doing a tribute to everybody that died in 9/11.
They showed
the 9/11 attack, so they had all the names scrolling behind them on these giant screens. And I think, what song were they doing?
I believe it was One.
One. Oh, man, that was tough. Standing there trying to man up, and you're just like, oh, Jesus, I'm not going to be able to take this. Holy shit. And then you turn your eyes to the side, and you just see, like, grown men. It's like, oh, this isn't going to happen.
You know what, though?
Jeez.
F you two for doing that to us.
I know. I felt like that. Like, screw these guys.
And I love you too, but it's like, look, we don't need for you to pull more emotion out of us. We're all feeling what happened.
We were pretty beat up at the time. It was here in New York City. It's not like they were doing a concert in L.A. or something.
It was a nice tribute. Don't get me wrong, but stop.
I don't even count that.
It didn't need to get everyone crying like that.
The sheer number of names that were going up behind him. They had 3 giant columns that went from the stage to the rafters.
Well, it started out slow. It was like some kind of thing that kind of came up from the floor.
Yeah.
And then it started slow, and by the time it hit the rafters, and the names just kept going and going and going.
And you're like, oh my God, these names are going to go the whole goddamn song. And they just kept going and going and going. And you're like, oh, this just sucks. You bastard, you got me.
I don't count that, though. That's like a real...
Oh, it was awful.
Excuse me. It is crying at a concert, but that's not like what this blubbering disaster is.
Metallica,
because they played a few B-sides. What the F is wrong with you?
They never play that stuff.
Yeah, but did they dedicate it to?
No, it just gave me that feeling that that's what bands start to do when they're not going to be around for much longer. That was the feeling that I had gotten, and I'm like, wow, this whole thing is going to be over soon.
Well, aside from completely displaced emotions, Danny, you've probably been to relatives' funerals and didn't cry.
Never. I don't think I've ever cried at a funeral.
I will say I've certainly wept like that type of thing at Sabbath concerts and just loving. Of course I have. I mean, I think every guy has done that. If you like the band enough, I don't think that's
Why
bad.
would you wept at a Sabbath show?
Who wouldn't?
For what reason?
Because they were back together. They're back together. Of course, I was so happy. It was joy. It was just beauty and joy.
All right.
Yeah. But I mean, to me, the U2 thing is that's legit.
Oh yeah, if you're not crying.
You have to be something wrong with you not to cry at that.
You ever go to now this sounds really fruity, believe me. You're at a Broadway show. That's pretty fruity.
And you cry because another one of the actors is dead?
Yeah. It's not crying. It's like you get that lump in your throat and kind of you feel it like backing up behind your eyeballs during the final note of one of those giant vocal numbers where there's harmonies going on and the whole cast is singing and it's just ringing. Just ringing harmonies from a lot of people. And it has that dynamic where it might start slow and really build. And then, boom, it stops like that. That gives me goosebumps and, brings out this, emotion.
What did it? What song?
I think it was something from Disney's Beauty and the Beast. No, kidding, of course.
Wow.
I'm
what was it
teasing,
from?
of course. I'm trying to remember what show it was. Oh, I think Les Mis. Les Mis.
I don't know.
It's just so huge.
Somewhere?
This big And it's the whole sound of alive, and you realize it's coming out of human beings. You know, their friggin' mouths are making this,
Didn't you tell
great
me
harmony.
that you cried at a Screwdriver concert?
Yes, Screwdriver and any band handled by Panzerfaust. I usually shed a little tear.
Let's go to South Carolina.
Music is known, by the way.
Yeah.
Music yanks out emotion. That's why death row inmates, when they're walking to their death, they don't play music because it puts you in a weird place. So they won't let them listen.
Not going to remember it that long anyway.
Well,
They're strapped on the gurney.
They should play Coldplay's greatest hits for those guys as they're walking
Somebody that they
to their
hate.
death. Right.
Queen, another one bites the dust.
Right.
Somebody that they absolutely hate, so they'll be grateful for the needle.
Please pump the poison in already.
Holy crap! Now I'm hearing that you two used the same gag. Randy, New Orleans. What's up?
No way.
Come on, Randy.
After the Hurricane Katrina, the Saints played the first season mostly away games and over at LSU, and then the first home game back in the Superdome was a Monday night game against Atlanta. And U2 was an opening performance for it, and they came out and the place was silent. They showed nothing but videos of the storm and what happened after the storm. And then U2 came out and did the Saints Are Coming song up to a big crescendo, and everybody in the place was boo-hooing.
Oh, I think you said they did names. I figured all the dogs that Michael Vick drowned.
Look,
playing in Atlanta.
I don't go to concerts for the death montage. I don't go to concerts to see a montage of how the entire world sucks and we need to help the world. I just want to hear a couple greatest hits. Get a T-shirt and get the F out of there. Enough of the dumb montages of starving African kids and Hurricane Katrina victims all tied into one neat package.
I'll say I don't like U2's music that much. I know I'm in the minority, but I do like Bono. The guy's a real humanitarian.
Oh yeah, you can't knock him for what he's doing, but I'm just not a fan of those montages. I'm like, all right, I get it. The world sucks, and we're greedy Americans, and we need to help everybody. I get it.
Hey, Dan, you a big Metallica fan?
Yeah, big time.
Are you jealous that when they did SNL, Jim Brewer brought me, so I got to watch them warm up and play Memory Remains?
You mean S&M? I don't recall the SNL album. Oh, SNL, Saturday Night Live. Oh, I'm a douche.
Damn it! Oh my God!
Wow, somebody was a little chomping at the
Yeah,
bit.
I got faced.
Hold on.
Oh, yes, I am.
Wow!
Oh, don't abbreviate for him. Do you remember when they did that program on NBC called
Yes, I do.
Saturday Night Live, 11:30? It airs live, sometimes with a 5-second delay, so technically not live. And they did Fuel, the song, not the actual liquid, and The Memory Remains. And I get to stand probably the length of the studio and watch them rehearse and do the songs over and over. And I guess about 25 feet away, I get to stand there and watch the boys play.
That is definitely something I would be extremely jealous of.
Yeah. All right,
They'd have to take after take because they'd just hear in the background.
I went to an autograph signing once at some place in Times Square, and I had to wake up 2 days in a row to get there at like 5 a.m. to wait online just to meet them. And in my head, as I'm online, it was hours long line, I'm like, all right, what am I going to say to James? What am I going to say to Kirk? I'm like working it all out in my head. And finally, when I go down the autograph line, I just froze up. I had nothing to say. And the line had even backed up, and like Lars was trying to initiate a conversation. He's like, hey, so what's up, man? And I'm just like, nothing.
Oh, no. You blew it. You're shot.
It's the only time I ever met them.
They inducted Sabbath into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, so of course I was there. And when Metallica came out to the press conference after they played for Sabbath, I got to question them. It was. I mean, I wasn't supposed to because I wasn't technically a reporter. Thanks to Black Earl, I got it. And the real reporters are behind me, and I'm like, hey, what made you pick the?
There are no real reporters, Jimmy.
You're right. I was legitimate as any of them.
You were just as qualified as they were. Let's say hi to Matt in South Carolina. Or no, we're going to go with, Joe in Jersey. What's up, Joe?
What's going on, dude? I was at a Coldplay concert a couple months ago, or I don't know, a year ago, who knows. And it was in Camden, the Tweeter Center. We're all on the lawn, all high and shit, or whatever. Oh, not curse, I'm sorry. Hello?
Yeah, go ahead.
Hello?
And they played that song "Fix You," and like I used to hate Coldplay, and I got dragged to the concert for my girlfriend because she's a big hippie. So we're there, doing the thing on the lawn, and they start playing this song "Fix You." Never heard it before, and I just start crying, dude, because everybody around me is crying. I guess it has some meaning to everybody around there, but it had no meaning to me.
Why would you cry during that song? What got you?
I don't. Just like, they get to one point, like the vocals come in, and he's doing a great job.
Yeah.
And then the guitarist starts to strum, and people are just starting to scream. Like Anthony said, the chills are going up your spine, right down to your butthole. It's crazy.
Yeah,
and I started crying.
I don't mind Coldplay actually, but they're starting to sound. Every song is starting to sound the same. There, they gotta come up with a new sound.
Who's
I'm
this?
thinking Coldplay.
By the way,
Dude,
sorry.
It's like the whole strumming of the guitar thing, and it's just, that's it. I lost it.
Yeah, they're a very emotional band.
Girl.
They do some things with their guitars. That band Coldplay. All right, Joe. Thank you, sir.
Can I apologize to Ron Bennington real quick?
Yeah.
Thank you, Iraq, for putting me up. Someone tell Ron that I'm apologizing for the last 2 years. I've been giving stupid Earl credit for getting me in to see Sabbath. Earl did take the picture. The pass he got me, though, was Ron Bennington's pass.
Oh, right.
And I believe Ron gave up that pass so I could go. I'm assuming he did that. He may not have.
Of course he did.
Thank
He's
you,
a
Ron,
martyr.
Of
and
course
my
he did.
apologies.
Great man. He's like Jesus.
He certainly is.
Let's go to Chris in Boston.
Jim, you're in front of Sabbath. Hello.
Yeah. Chris, what's up?
Thanks, Ronnie.
Hey, man, I was at a Tool show, and I was tripping on like 6 hits of acid, and they played, I think it was Schism. Oh, man, it just brought me to a weird place.
Schism.
It brought you to a weird place. That was the drugs
yeah.
talking, though, man.
Because I was tripped out on acid. Good stuff, seeing everything melt, and oh, it's good times.
Tool is amazing to watch live. I missed them the last time around, and I'm bummed.
Yeah, I think I took those tickets off your hands.
Did you really?
Yeah.
It was a school night or something, probably?
I just don't remember. It was first row tickets at a tiny little venue,
It's
some
just-
opera house or something. It was
God,
it was
I
really
love
amazing
watching
show.
Tool. They're amazing.
Can I say what a nerd I am? I went to a concert in '84. I think one of my first times seeing Ozzy was Ozzy and Motley Crue on the Shout at the Devil tour. And after the concert, I was with my friends Elias and Tony Hermosilla, the two guys like rock freaks from North Brunswick. And I was upstairs, and I thought I saw Motley Crue walking around. So I made them. I'm like, come on, guys, I see Motley Crue. We ran over. It was just 4 guys with blonde hair, and they're like, you're so lame.
Just walking
I
around
didn't
like
know any better.
in the rotunda.
Yeah.
Right.
I thought I saw Motley Crue.
All right, 2 more, and
nerd.
we got to take a break.
No.
Carl in Westchester, what's up?
Hey, boys, I got one that it's impossible. It was impossible not to cry at. Went and saw Billy Joel when he was doing those like 11 nights at the
11 Nights at the Garden, yep.
Night Saigon had like veterans from World War II up till now up there singing the "We Would All Go Down Together."
Wow, your phone kind of broke up, but I'm sort of with you. He brought the veterans out on the stage?
Yeah, that part with we would all go down together.
Yeah.
Just War II up till the current Gulf War, like holding hands and singing it, and it was just ridiculous.
Why wasn't Billy Joel in the nom?
Just old soldiers on stage singing that part of the song, huh?
Yeah, it was the kind of thing where you couldn't help it.
Of course.
Or if you didn't cry.
Right on, man. Thanks, Carl. All right, and finally, Matt in South Carolina. Matt, what's up?
Hey, fellas, this isn't quite as manly as crying at a concert, but the old Charlie Brown special, Snoopy Come Home, all my eyes out.
Oh, man, that's pretty bad.
I'm loving this
All
bit.
right.
We got to continue after the break.
That's pretty bad.
You can hear it's a man's man on the phone. All right, well, the Snoopy special, Snoopy Come Home, it got me.
Charlie Brown was very upset. Snoopy'd run off, and he really wanted him home.
You had it.
Pal.
But, Matt, how old were you? How old?
5 or 8.
Oh, when Charlie Brown was yelling, Snoopy, Snoopy. Oh, I felt so bad.
You got to think by the end of the episode, though, Snoopy has to come home or the peanuts are done.
No, he's dead. They found him on the side of the road with maggots crawling in and out of his eyes, and the bottom part of him that was laying on the street was completely flat.
That's right. They found him in Michael
Bro,
Vick's place,
they'll come
buried. His little Snoopy snout taped shut so they could drown him.
All right, Matt, thank you.
Hey, happy birthday, little Jimmy.
Thank you.
Oh,
Ron.
wow,
Big
yeah, we
acknowledging
almost
it for that.
forgot. Very
Appreciate
good.
it.
So close to
Godspeed.
Christmas.
Hey, with that, for your birthday, why don't you give away tickets to your New Year's Eve show?
I gave them away earlier.
Oh, that was the
I'm
only
gonna-
pair
I'm
you
gonna do
got?
them tomorrow.
You
I'll do one.
cheapskate?
No. I'm going to do a whole thing tomorrow. Borgata's almost sold out last show. by the way.
Skinflint.
No, no. Your lips to God's ears. I screwed that one up. Thank you.
Get a few more tickets for the fans.
All right, we'll do this. If you call in right now,
Oh, boy. Something's going on.
we'll give away. It's a special thing I'm doing.
Uh-oh.
We'll get a pair of tickets.
Uh-huh.
You'll also get a VIP pass, which means you come back. I possibly say hello to you.
Ooh.
And you get VIP parking. The first 2 callers get that.
Ooh.
Third caller, you get nothing but a slap to your face. The first 2 callers, and the what's the code word?
Cheesecake.
No. Here's the code word.
Delicious.
The first 2 callers who call up and go, Metal Militia.
And in honor of that, we go to break with this for Danny. More people calling in about crying. It's Bill in Jersey. Bill, what's up?
Hey, how you doing?
All right, Bill.
I don't have a song, but I have a movie. I actually cried at the end of Cool Runnings.
Cool Runnings?
You're kidding, right?
Yeah.
The John Candy movie?
Oh, yeah. You know, they were Jamaican, they were bobsledders. They tried so hard.
Not.
I'll tell you what John Candy movie made me cry, though. Planes, Trains, and Automobiles.
Oh, yeah.
That made me cry. When Del Griffith is standing there and Steve Martin's hugging his wife and John Candy's just looking, and his little fat hands are holding his hat.
Yeah.
And he's just kneading his little lonely I have no more wife hat.
Yeah.
It was sad, man.
And then she invites him in, like, come on in. Be part of our family for one night, and then we're going to send you on your way to be lonely for the rest
That's
of
right, you
yours.
shower curtain selling curly-haired pig. Out the door you go, Thanksgiving day after.
I love how these movies have to wrap it up nice for you at the end, but then if you're like a human being, you leave the theater and you think about it. Like, are they going to really welcome John Candy into their home, or is this a one-shot deal?
Because he's annoying.
Right.
He'll annoy them.
Right. So they give him a nice warm meal in a warm house during a snowy night, and that's it.
Get your fat ass out the door.
Beat it, stupid.
When they go over the whole movie and you realize that, like, oh, yeah, he hasn't been talking to her. I was like, wow.
Yeah, when you realize she's dead, you're like, oh, man,
You're kidding.
That sucks. Let's go to John in Jersey. John?
Good morning, boys.
Hey.
Hello, John.
I don't know if you guys ever saw it on HBO. It was 9 innings to ground zero.
No.
About baseball returning to...
oh, yeah, that was great.
11. So I'm watching. I was a paramedic down there. So I didn't get to see any of the baseball games for a few weeks afterwards, so I never saw the Mike Piazza home run and all that stuff. I watched that stupid show, saw Piazza hit that home run. This was probably about 4 years after that show was on. I bawled like a schoolgirl for about 2 hours. I have no idea watching stupid Mike Piazza cry like that.
I don't like how you made it. I don't like how you made 9/11 about yourself.
Yeah.
That's right. It's all
You were
about
a little mad that you couldn't see a little baseball for a couple of weeks.
I'm sorry. Also, 2 movies I cried at: Miracle and Rudy.
The Giuliani story? When he finally realized he has a cleft lip?
And kids that hate him?
All right, boys, take care.
Rudy.
Prostate like a pineapple.
Rudy had no business being on that football team. Let's go to Kim in Boston listening on BCN. Kim, what's up? Kim?
This one is, hey, how are you?
Good.
Hi.
That movie Castaway, remember?
Yeah.
No.
By the way, if you cried when Wilson floated away, I'll bite your fingers off.
I actually didn't, but my son, who's 11,
All right.
had his first cry during a movie, whenever that came out. I don't remember.
Aw, poor queer.
But when he lost Wilson, bawled his eyes out. Bawled his eyes out. It was. I felt like a horrible mother.
Well, you don't. Does the little Mary play soccer?
That's the thing, is he's this, like, rough and tough kid.
Yeah, sure
he is.
Sure he is.
By the way, Kim, sorry to hear about your son. I hear he's in the news today.
What's that?
Man reportedly beats 7-year-old boy for wearing pink nail polish.
Ah.
Is that your boy?
Is that your boy?
Like the pink nail polish?
It could be. I don't know. I think he's at school, but I'm not.
Come on, Kim. It's nothing to be ashamed of. I mean, it was a sad movie. The little Nancy got all choked up. It happens.
The little Nancy. But that was all he had, Jimmy. It's all he had.
How old is the pansy now?
He's 11 now.
Well, I'm sure little girly boy is doing fine.
Yeah.
Well, he's hanging out with that guy who cried watching Rudy.
Yeah. All right.
That's cool.
Thank you.
Yeah. Throw your own kid under the bus. What a wonderful woman.
Let's go to Stryker from Whackbag. Stryker.
Morning, boys.
Hey.
Hey.
And Jimmy will appreciate this. I cried at a Springsteen concert because of a girl.
I would cry at a Springsteen concert.
Why? Because of a girl.
In '85, when he was on his Born in the USA tour, he played 2 nights here in Denver. One night, I won tickets to 4th row, center stage.
Wow.
The second night, a friend of mine gave me 2 tickets, 20th row, center stage. There was this girl at high school that I was friends with. I had always wanted to date her. She kept saying no, but she was a massive Springsteen fan. When she found out I had these tickets, she begged me to take her. So the second night, halfway through the concert, I realized that the only reason she was there with me was because of Springsteen.
Now you're stuck at a Springsteen show.
And then come the next morning, she would think I was a total and complete ass again.
Well, what made? How did you not know that from the beginning?
You know what though? You got to take a shot at that whole thing. You got to think that maybe I could turn this whole thing around with a Springsteen
turn
song.
this around.
Right.
I was 17 at the time. What was I supposed to do?
Whatever happened to this pig?
Well, that's just it. She became a pig. She went from a cheerleader to a fat mess.
Good. That's what she gets for not servicing you properly in the parking lot after the show.
Absolutely.
I didn't even get a peck on the cheek after either show from her.
No.
Why didn't you do it? What didn't you notice it after the first one? You should have put the kibosh on the second one and taken someone else.
Well, you know.
Ugh, really?
It
Dreamer.
was one of those things. I was 17 at the time. I was horny. I thought I'd get more, and I got nothing.
Well, you're not alone. I'm sure there's a lot of people that have done exactly what you're talking about.
Well, what you should have done is you should have like every time you sang a song, thrown your arms up in like the Victorious V, and then like let your forearm smash your face by accident, just to protest.
Yeah. Bring in Steve and Roland. We got to find out what made them cry. Thank you, Stryker. Let's go to Mike on Long Island. Mike, what's up?
Mike.
Hey.
Hey.
I cried when in Jackass they were servicing the horse.
Okay, terrific. Let's say hi to Brian in Jersey. Brian, what's up?
Hey, what's going on, guys?
Hey.
I cried when they changed the size of my Jimmy Dean sausage packing. Linger longer.
Sausage.
Hey, Roland, what makes you cry?
For what?
Like we're talking about when we cried.
Like movies or songs.
Broadway shows.
Yeah.
Concerts probably get teary-eyed when Bruce Springsteen plays a rare song.
What's up with the rare song?
The rare song.
What song makes you cry from Springsteen?
Born in the USA, right?
I'd cry too. I'd be like, hey, play the hits, you dummy. I spent a ton of money on your tickets.
Incident on 57th Street, Frankie, Cynthia.
Shouldn't you cry because you realize how much money you spent on the Bruce Springsteen ticket, and then you realize halfway through the show that we were right and he's one of the most overrated musicians of all time?
I'm happy to spend any amount on Bruce, and I smile. Because he is worth it, though.
You drank the juice, the Bruce juice.
It's in me.
We're going to give you a double shot of Bruce juice.
I hope so.
On the home of rock and roll.
All right.
Dude, you drank the Kool-Aid, man.
He's worth the money.
You're in the Bruce cult. He's not that great.
Yeah, but all 3 nights already. I got my tickets set.
So when this plays, you'll start tearing up?
I hear it.
This is what makes you cry. What is this song about even?
It's Cynthia. It's a rare song he played off his box set.
Sounds like every other Bruce song.
You know why it's a rare song, right? Because he even realized how much it sucked.
It's a bunch of crap.
No, it's
if he had pride in the song, he would have played it a long time ago, and he would play it a lot.
You think he lets "Born in the USA" just sit there, doesn't play it?
He doesn't play all the time though.
What is he, crazy?
Why?
That's
what people want to see.
He plays like once every other tour.
Why?
Oh,
stop. And then you can talk with all the other Bruce fans. Like, I was at the show that played Born to Run.
The good part is he opens up his rehearsals, so you pay $100 a ticket to see him rehearse.
Really?
Oh, that's
what?
wonderful. What a nice guy.
Saw 5 rehearsals.
That's a blue-collar guy if I ever heard of one.
The rehearsals and the concert?
Yeah, well, it's like he'll rehearse in Jersey, and he'll open it up for $100 a ticket, and you see them rehearse for like
How about opening it up for like underprivileged people that can't really afford to see Bruce?
Or people that couldn't get their tickets because it sold out so fast.
Yeah.
But
what a pompous ass. Where does that money go?
To the Bruce Foundation. For Bruce.
I don't mind that. I like that, actually.
No, that's awful.
I think it's awesome.
Awful. $100 a seat to see him start and stop songs over and over
I
again.
need to buy new blue jeans.
And then he throws your bone and he plays a couple songs in their entirety because he knows he got your money.
Yeah, I traveled to Jersey
Yeah,
to go
great.
see him. It's awesome.
Sound check. You pay $100 to your.
No, it's a full
All right, the kick.
That's our lucky part if we can see that.
You get to see that?
Yeah,
all right, run across the whole thing. For hours.
But then they play a whole like 2.5 hours of like rehearsal switching
Wait,
songs.
And then they do the show that night?
Oh no, then they'll do like 5 rehearsal shows throughout the 2 weeks, and then the week later they do the full show. So you see like different sets, mixing it up.
I don't mind that. If Sabbath did that with different songs and stuff, I would absolutely go see
For
that.
$100, you'd see Sabbath taking dumps.
But
I have.
It's like only like in a 1,500 seat arena.
That's
though.
taking advantage, man.
No.
They get enough money.
Yeah.
First of all, these concerts are overpriced to begin with. It's ridiculous what has become of seeing your band. Let's go to Alex in Philly. Alex.
Little Alex.
Officer, call me.
What would you have a problem with there, Alex?
That movie I cried at the end was Field of Dreams, when he has a cat with his dad.
Yep. Me too.
Well, maybe that'll get you.
That's a biggie.
Yeah, that's a great scene.
Yeah.
All right, boys, check it out.
All right.
Thank you.
Hey, I don't know what
Thought he might have had more. Don't elaborate on it.
We all expected something out of the other party, and none of us delivered.
No one delivered.
None of us did. He didn't.
Steve. Yeah. What makes you cry?
When you realize the Bible frowned upon certain activities.
I'm done. I'm done.
Was it 5 seconds before I was queer?
It's a new record.
Yeah, exactly.
No, longest time ever.
Yeah.
Right. The longest time that you tricked us. Yeah.
And I think I can remember at least one Broadway show. I saw Wicked, and I welled up during one of the songs, and but towards the end, I think.
Yeah, this is the manly part.
Yeah.
Manly. It's the part that construction workers like.
Yeah. And then I think Rascal Flatts has a couple songs that. Ooh, we're still on Wicked.
This stuff makes you cry.
No, only when I saw it. Oh, for the same reason that Anthony mentioned, because you're in.
You're in the moment.
You're in the moment. You have this huge theatrical experience. Everyone around you is watching this. This very moving performance. There's lights and everybody around you is welling up too. That doesn't help.
You know what it gets me about Broadway shows is that stupid dynamic thing they do, where there's a stage full of people for the big finale thing, and it goes from very quiet to this huge build, and at the end it's just, they're all fuck. Oh, excuse me. They're all. What is it? It's curse day today. They're all just harmonizing. And it sounds great, and it kind of just it's a little tuning fork in your head.
I think that's it.
Or you're just,
Or you're flamingly homosexual, and things like this. There's just this medley of voices. That one did it.
In context, maybe, of the show.
Yeah, in the context of a show where you're watching.
That's the big.
There you go.
That big. See, you get those big endings like that.
The whole place goes up.
Whoa, bravo!
And then you rush to the garage to get your car before everyone else gets there.
And then some skinny guy comes out and asks for money to help his friends.
Instead of curtain, just a giant robe in tribute. Had to get that one in, didn't we?
Of course.